I hereby summon all my imps. Hey everybody, it's Annabelle. With one of the new patch updates that recently came out, they made a slight tweak to how the game works. And it's right here. Well, there's actually two slight tweaks, but right now we'll talk about one of the tweaks here. Which is right here where it says after roughly 10 hours of gameplay, a day players will stop earning season pass XP from gameplay for the remainder of the day. And in no way, shape, or form am I trying to promote people who are coming on to Marvel Snap to farm XP for no reason. I already have issues with Agatha and how she works with that to a certain degree. But I just have the issue with it being 10 hours per day. And the reason that I have issues with it being 10 hours a day is because for certain people, 10 hours could be something that you do on a Saturday or Sunday. I could see somebody who's trying to catch up on FP, especially like this Saturday, going in and doing an 11-hour session, 12-hour session. That's 6 to 6, that's 12 hours. So all I'm asking for second dinner to do is to make it a slight change to it. From being 10 hours a day to 70 hours a week, which would be the exact same amount of time. But would make it so that somebody who came on and just had a Saturday to play could play for 11 hours and not get punished. Because the people who have the ability to farm, people who have the ability to farm, will just change their programming somehow so that after 10 hours, they'll cut out like 9 hours and like 40 minutes just to make sure they're good. Or I would also ask that they just change how much the reward track goes up, because if you look at the season pass reward track, roughly, if you farm straight for an hour, you get about a third of one of these farms here. So in a day, you can get 3 1/3 bar. When you do the missions in the mission section, all you get are these 50s and 25s, so that's not adding a lot. When you do one of the weekly quests, it's about a bar per day. When you finish off a complete chapter, it's about 2.5 bars. So you get about 20 bars of experience per day. Sorry, per week. You get about 9 bars of experience from doing all your quests. So if you were to get all of that together, and if you were to buy the extra 10 levels from buying the season pass, because you can actually buy an upgraded season pass that will give you extra 10 levels, you're basically looking at roughly about 160 levels to get through throughout the month. And if you scroll all the way down here and you scroll, you can see that for whatever reason, it goes way past 160. Here's 163. Here's 180. Here's 200. And with this resets every single month, they say, hey, you can't go above 10 hours of play per week. Why do you need all these levels here? I mean, I'm still strong up here. We're up to 300. There's no way you're getting 300 levels of track experience per month. And again, I'm still scrolling up here, and you can see that it keeps going. So why not just cut it off at 160, or you want to make sure that everybody buys the 10 extra levels, make it 170. And that's all you have to do. It's the same amount of stuff. You know, you're not changing anything other than what you're doing, because there's no way that anybody's reaching 305. It's impossible to reach 305 now. So why do you even have it on the rewards track? And not to sound mean or cruel or whatever, but I'll tell you, once you really get past, I'd say 50, is it 50? Yeah, 50. The rewards out here really start going down. And I'm not trying to get you to up on rewards in any way, shape, or form. I'm not fighting that battle. But just make it so the reward tracker stops at like 170. The only reason I'm suggesting that is A, it gives the chance for anybody who has extra time on a Saturday or Sunday and wants to do a big game session not to get punished. And B, it allows for anybody who wants to do like a 24-hour stream for whatever reason not to get punished. It's still the same amount of XP that they would have gotten if they would have done it correctly. But it gives people the chance to catch up if they had a bad day, or if they just want to have a hard and down day where they want to just go heavy on the rewards track. Because even with this change of 10 hours per day, it's not going to change how many people are farming for me. It's just going to change how they're farming for me. Anybody who has the ability to farm and knows how to farm can change their programming now. That at 9 hours and, 40 minutes that they stop farming, then they just make another account so that for the next 9 hours that one's farmed. Or they bring it down to 8, they do 8, 8, and 8 a day. You know? I'm not trying to promote people who farm, but 10 hours a day, I think you don't realize that some people can do 11, 12 hours a day. Maybe not every day, and I'm not suggesting that anybody do 12 hours, 13 hours a day. And if you are doing 12, 13 hours a day, then you should be cut off. I'm not trying to even stop that part of it. But it hurts anybody who has a free weekend. Anybody who wants to just go hard into the weekend and just catch up a little bit. Anybody who would like to do a 24-hour stream. So it's the same amount of XP, same amount of time. Just either change it so that you run out of reward track at a certain point, or change it so that it's a weekly. I'd rather see it be a weekly rate. So that way you can try to figure out what days maybe you want to go a little harder, maybe you don't have as much time on a Tuesday, and then you can make up for some of that time. Maybe somebody is off on a Wednesday, and they work hard on a Tuesday, and then they, work hard on that Tuesday in real life, and then they go hard on Wednesday in Marvel. And the way it's set up right now, if you get punished, unless I read something wrong, if you go past 10 hours a day. There's no way for the game to basically sit there and say, hey, yesterday you only played for 2 hours. Let's take that 2 hours and throw it to the next day. Or I should say the other 8 hours and throw it to the next day. Like, it's like if you didn't play for 10 hours exactly, you kind of get punished because, and if you play for more than 10 hours on any day, you get punished. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, remember, play, bull, fun.